Extraordinary. All smiles, all positivity as far as Nottingham Forest are concerned here at the City Ground. The other side of the story, though, is the champions, beaten for the 9th time in the league this season. Here's their manager, Pep Guardiola.
Pep, a disappointing result. What did you make of your team's performance?
Tight game. We controlled the transitions really well. We create not a lot of chances, but defend really well. By the first half, we have chances to shoot that were not precise, and at the end, one transition, and we lost the easy ball, and transition, they scored.
Why couldn't you find a way to score, even with the changes that you made in the second half?
No, it's everyone. It's not for the changes or the lineup.
Any reason for it?
For what?
Any reason why you couldn't find a way to score in terms of the flow of the game?
They defend really well, and we could not find, the precise in the last moment. We could not do it.
It seems that in past seasons, City have always seemed to find a way. So why is that different now?
We have 10 games to qualify. We have to win games to qualify, and we're going to the next one.
What did you make of your team's performance defensively?
We concede few. I think we concede, but really, really few. So defensively was really good. We were not, maybe the rhythm was not the highest one, but yeah, the game was tight.
It's the third time that Ruben Dias and Kusanov have started a game together. I just wanted to know what you think of Kusanov's progress so far since you've been working with him.
Really well. But we don't have more players. But we played really well, Kusa for the time, and Ruben as well.
In terms of what this match means, obviously it's a huge battle in the qualification for Champions League places. The season Forest are having, does it just go to show how much more difficult that's becoming in the Premier League?
We knew it. We knew it before we arrived, and of course the Champions League, the Premier League, every time, every season is better and better.
What positives can you take, Pep, into the next game against Brighton?
Well, we want to prepare the game. We have 10 finals, and next one we start.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, as he says, he has 10 more games yet to find that way into those Champions League places. As I mentioned, 9 Premier League defeats this season. He's never lost more than that since he came to this country. And as we said before the game, Sean, these are unusual times for him. He's not used to this. City aren't used to this. Are you still confident they'll be in the Champions League next season? Yeah,
you have to be with a team and a manager that they have. I think that they're in a good position to finish in those Champions League places. If I remember correctly, majority of their games are also at home as well, which is always an advantage going there. And if they play the way they have done in recent times, especially like against Newcastle, I can't see why they don't make it into the Champions League.
And as you said, that goal sort of encompasses their whole season at times. Today, Martin.
It really has, yeah. The thing I've noticed about Manchester City this season, obviously they're struggling for confidence, they're struggling for form. But before that, anytime Manchester City, more than any other side, possibly in Europe, when they went back, there was a purpose for them going back, because you felt as if they go back a couple of passes to go forward quickly. Now they go back, and it's not coming forward more quickly. If they can't get it out wide, then it's coming back, and the next thing you know, it's back to the centre half, and he's playing. So that's not Manchester City, the side that I have seen over the years. Man City are the one side I felt played with a real purpose. Even back passes looked as if they were forward passes. So from that viewpoint, but some of the players, as Michael mentioned earlier on, players are getting a little bit older, and are having less consequence in the game. That's the big thing, talking about Bernardo Silva. I can't just no impact in the game. No impact, and not just this game, but for most of the season, no real impact. Has been a great player, so therefore maybe there will be a change then of change of purpose, a change of player, change of personnel, maybe at the end of the season.
And they're pinching themselves, aren't they, these Forest fans, from where they were last season, 6 points above relegation, beating the reigning champions for the first time since they've been back in the league. And there they are, 3 points behind Arsenal.
It's incredible. I mean, you mentioned a stat before, but 59 points though behind Manchester City last season. Now they're 4 ahead, a 63-point swing, and we're not even at the end of the season yet. Quite incredible. These fans believe. We were sat in amongst the fans. Atmosphere is great. They didn't create too much today, but the best 2 chances really, though. They hit the post, and of course then they scored at the end. But they stay in games. They don't give many chances away. They defend deep. They tried to nick one on the break, and that's exactly what they did today.
Clear coaching plan that the players carry out.
Well, they have. You know, you have this old phrase, they buy into it, but they have actually bought into this. And no phenomenal confidence about the side. Players, good footballers, but not great defenders. And now you're talking about timing to believe. It's really a time to believe. There's something happening behind me.
Well, when you talk about timing and you talk about the goal scorer, he'll walk in live to join us. Callum Hudson-Odoi, very well played. We're just talking about the atmosphere in the end and what your goal's done there. I mean, how good does that feel again today?
No, it's crazy. I think it's crazy. I think you can tell the crowd's energy is amazing every time we play, and you can tell the energy they give us. It pushes us throughout the game, and as I said, we're buzzing with the win today, but we go again next week as well.
And the way the game was going, did you feel there was a goal in it, as Martin's suggesting?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, the game was opening up, and you can tell that they were trying to push for a goal, which gave us more space on the counter-attack, which we utilised very well. I said Morgan found me excellently, as he always does, and then it's just my job to just try and get the ball in the back of the net, which happened.
Well, this boy did that a few times. He appreciated that finish.
I bet you thought you'd scored one before you did. I mean, it was an unbelievable save from Ederson when you hit the post before then. Did you think it was in?
100%. I even started celebrating a little bit and I realised he saved it. But yeah, this is an amazing save from him. He done really well there to get a hand to it. And as I said, it's just unfortunate it didn't go in. But the next one came and I said that one went in, so we're buzzing with that as well.
Exactly. I mean, we're talking before as well about probably the two saves of the season are in this around this goal. One from your goalkeeper and from Emi Martinez earlier in the season. But even though that chance didn't go in, obviously any goal scorer will tell you just keep going, you keep believing.
100%, as I said, you know that another chance will hopefully come in the game, and I think for myself, I have to stay positive and know that at the end of the day, someone will find me, someone will give me the opportunity to get the ball in one-on-one situation, and which happened today, and I just had to make sure I put it in the back of the net.
We Nottingham Forest went to Manchester United at Old Trafford and won 4-0. It's the first time we thought it was Christmas time. Now there's only 10 games left. You must think, this is it now. Sorry, I'm going to put you under severe pressure for this one, but you must feel it's there.
No, definitely.
It's not there, but it's within your grasp.
Hopefully. For us, we're just staying humble as much as possible.
Yeah.
And know that the position that we're in, we should got to make sure that we stay positive and keep going and try and battle for every game. Every game's important, and I think...
Did you say humble?
100%.
There's no such thing as young players feeling humble, you know? Not at all, but we'll go with it then.
100%, I think that's the word for us. I think we just got to make sure we're staying motivated and humble to the most. I think we've got 10 games left or 11 games, whatever it is, but every game's important. And I think every game we try and get points on the board and making sure that we're doing the best that we can.
There's no doubt. There's a proper spirit about the side that seems to unfold itself on the pitch here. There's no question about that.
Yeah, you can tell our spirit's always high, and you can tell every game we play, the energy from the crowd, I think, boosts us the most, even home and away. We have a lot of people that come to support us, and as I said, they give us that energy, and we keep going every game and game and game. And hopefully, who knows, at the end of the season where we'll be.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Callum, what was you thinking when you found yourself in that much space? Because I know what it's like as a winger. Sometimes you're trying to find that space. It's not appearing, and when you do get it, 2-on-1. But you had that around 50 yards out. What was you thinking when you took that first crisp touch?
I think for myself, it was just make sure I'm being direct. And I think for myself, you just got to just get at your fullback and the defence every time. You got to make sure you're staying positive. And as I said, when that ball came, I think to myself, go for goal. Look up, see who's there and around in the box. If you have the opportunity one-on-one, make sure you get past them and get a shot off. So, which happened. I saw Woody, I told him as well, I saw him, no problems, because he was going to get onto me, but I 100% saw him. So it was just me just being positive, trying to get that shot off, which didn't win in.
We were just talking about the way you set up as well. You're well coached. All the players know their job, don't they, in this system? And you've used fewer players than any other group.
Yeah, 100%. I think everybody knows what their role is. And as I said, the manager's instructed us from the day one. As soon as he came in last season, you can tell what he wants to do in his ideas for the game, every single game. So I think for myself, it's like you just got to make sure that you're doing your job properly. Because at the end of the day, someone could be ready to come on and to impact the game as well. So I think all of us, we just know every time we get on that pitch opportunity we get, give it your best for the 100 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever it is, and then who knows what the result will be.
And give us a sense of the belief running through the dressing room at the moment. That's the first time you've beaten the champion since you came back into the Premier League today.
Yeah, definitely we're buzzing. You could tell even the atmosphere, as soon as we won, everyone went crazy, and even myself, I was buzzing. So I think we're going to be at this for the next couple of days just to enjoy it, just to enjoy the moment with family, friends. But as I said, we've got another important one coming up next week before international break. So as I said, we just got to wait and see now, and hopefully things keep going our way.
Make sure you do enjoy it. Very well done today. Thank you very much for joining us, Callum.
Thank you very much.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, the match winner. Big smiles, and why not live for you on Matchday Live here on the road. I mean, he said there, didn't he? Kept on going. 3 goals in 5 games now. He scored at Anfield, let's not forget, in that win as well. He scores big goals as well, doesn't he?
Exactly, they're the important ones, you know. A lot of people can score when it's 5-0 and you score the 4th or the 5th, but when you're scoring and it's 1-0, then they're the big ones. They're the important goals that you've got. So, yeah, that was amazing performance, dogged performance. Wasn't the best games today, but a lot of the time you have to spoil things against Manchester City. They have so much of the ball. I don't care who they're playing, they always have control of the game, but if you can hit them on the break, Martin highlighted it before the game, this is, you know, it could be playing into their hands today. They're not very good, Manchester City, at the counter-attack, and really they didn't defend that goal well, but from Forest's point of view, they keep going to the end. Their fitness levels, as you mentioned, they use the same players, they're all staying fit for the whole season, and I'm sure even if you get the odd knock, Martin, for some reason players don't seem to get injured when things are going really well.
Yeah.
Or they recover quicker.
No, yeah, experienced that myself, you know, bad run. Oh, I'm afraid I'm staying in the physio's room. But no, you're absolutely right, Michael. The boys want to play, you know.
Right, let's have a look at this save before the goal, because, well, you rate it, Sean, because Michael mentioned the Emi Martinez one. I mean, not far behind that, is it?
For me, I think Callum does everything right here. There's like 3 bodies. I'm not sure how Ederson sees it or reads that it's going to be that low. For me, I don't think you should get anywhere near it. But he gets a solid hand to it. I would say, what we're rating at, like 1 to 10 or 1 to 5?
I
Whatever
think
you want to do, you rate away. I mean, you're the judge
just
behind.
incredible, isn't it? We've had so many great saves this season, but 2 of the very best in the same goalmouth.
Yeah.
You know, as you mentioned, Emi Martinez and that one from Ederson. So incredible save. You know, Hudson-Odoi probably thought he was putting his team 1-0 up. He had to wait a little bit, but he got it in the end.
And City probably thought, well, that's a wonderful save. We might be the team to grab the goal. But then the question is here, well, you've already answered it really at the end of the game. He makes a magnificent save like that. He'll be bitterly disappointed this has gone past him, won't he?
Oh, he will be, really, because we highlighted it before. Hudson-Odoi gets it. Guardiola's just running alongside him, doing absolutely nothing. He's coming in at a bit of pace, but he beats him at the near post. And having made a save like that, yeah, it's incredible. But then, 15 minutes? He's gone the other way for him. So, really poor goal.
I mean, a lot of the time you try to keep players outside the box, don't you, as a defender? And that's fine. Of course, he couldn't get across to keep him outside the box. But once you let him in, you keep him away from shooting distance at least, or you send him down the line, or you keep him, as I say, on a tight angle. Guardiola did absolutely nothing there. He just let him run and run and run towards him until he's in a position where he doesn't even need to beat him. He didn't beat Guardiola then. He didn't go past him. He just shifted out of his feet and shot.
Yeah.
You can't allow as a defender to just a shift and a shot. At least beat me. So you've got to get him out. You've got to keep him far away from the goal there. Really disappointing defending, and goalkeeping was, you know, as you say, he had a moment of magic and then a shocking moment as well.
I have to agree with what they're both saying. I do think Josko could have gone and engaged in that position, at least to get body on body, not to foul, just to try and maybe slow him down, to make him think twice. Because as a winger, when you got that much space, you just go where the space is, and Callum just went with it. Josko gave it to him, and he just took advantage of it. But if he closes that gap, he maybe goes to the line and tries to cross rather than ends up in a box and gets that shot off.
Now, the fans around where we were sitting did have a little bit of a heart-stopping moment right at the end when Mateo Kovacic struck this, Sean, because when we see the final angle, we see how close it is.
Yeah, and I think that I thought that City were doing well. They were pushing there. They get a bit lucky in there. They managed to keep it alive somehow, and it bounces here. But he catches it so sweet. He's almost cut across it just too much, and it kind of takes it just wide. But it's a great strike because he has Sells beaten there.
Yeah, from side on. I mean, we all thought it was in, didn't we? From side on, you don't get that type of angle. But as Sean said, just a little fade. He needed to put the fade. It was a really hard technique, that, to keep it down, you know, and to try to find the corner. It's a difficult technique. He did virtually it perfectly. But, yeah, I'm sure most of the fans around here, apart from the ones behind the shot, thought the net's about to bulge.
Yeah. But, I mean, Matt Sells hasn't really had a save of any note to make.
No.
In that game today.
No, that's very, very true. He stopped one from a free kick, but you're right. He didn't have that much. It's not to say, Steve, that had Kovacic scored that goal, that Man City probably, in terms of possession, might have deserved it. You know, and because, as you say, Michael, Forest hadn't created a great deal in the game, but there are always dangers. And the longer the game goes on and a side is trying to press for something, you know Forest are counter-attacking, have a bit of pace there in their side. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and from Forest's situation, that's 12 clean sheets.
Yeah.
We touched on the goalkeeper beforehand as well. In fact, we'll talk about the current Forest goalkeeper in a moment, because the man who was a goalkeeper himself is, of course, the Nottingham Forest manager, Nuno, who's going to join us live now as well. Very well done. Great to see you. Thanks very much indeed.
This is getting boring. Really.
It's a nice boring, Martin. Come on, if you're not... I mean, well done. How good does that feel to beat the reigning champions?
Feels good, especially because of the hard work. The defensive display was great. Not easy to control City. They always going to have chances, but defensively we were spot on.
Yeah, I was just saying, the goalkeeper didn't really have a save of any note to make there today.
Yeah, but the balls were over the bar. They were close. They always going to have chances. It's very difficult to stop them.
Did you feel at 0-0 you feel you've got a goal in you, like you produced today through Callum?
I think in the beginning of second half, I think we were more open going forward. The game had spaces, and when the game ups and down, we take advantage of our speed. That was important for us. This is how we play.
And you've done amazingly well this season to keep everybody fit, healthy, energised. You've used less players than anybody else in the league. What is the balance between wanting to rest a few players but then keeping that spirit, keeping everybody going the same, and the consistency? How hard is it to find that balance between the two?
It's very hard. But we have the advantage of the schedule. We've not been forced to a very hard schedule compared to other teams in the Premier League. That also plays a big factor. And then having time to rest, the players allow them to totally recover, and also the impact of the players coming on this critical moment of the game, that energy goes down, so we have fresh legs, so we avoid the critical injuries that happen in that situation. But credit for them, because it's about getting ready during training sessions so you can compete well.
Yeah.
I interviewed this young gentleman only a few nights ago, really, against an Arsenal game. And then I threw in a little thing at the end and said, all right, I'm ready for that cup of tea. And unbelievably, people picked up, did you get a cup of tea with him? I said, no, he never invited me for the tea.
You are invited already.
I'm only kidding you, young man. I'm only kidding you. So it was a fantastic win today.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic win. No question about it.
Is this just a mutual appreciation society?
No, absolutely not. Not at all. No, it was just the fact that I was so disappointed I didn't get the tea.
You'll get it for sure. Okay.
What about the clean sheet as well? I mean, we just mentioned your defensive record. It's been a real foundation this season, hasn't
especially here at the City Ground. I think we've been able to compete really well at the City Ground. Big help from the fans. You can see the noise when we are down in our box and the other team has possession. This voice comes, so the energy comes. But defensively, really good. I truly believe that has to be always the first objective.
Yeah. And then on the break, you've got goals. I mean, Callum Hudson-Odoi's got big goals for you.
Yeah.
This season, he's got another one today.
It was huge. He had a chance before on the left side that Ederson made an amazing save. He's a 1v1 player. We have to try and unbalance the other team so we can promote these situations.
The dream goes on.
Let's enjoy the journey, day by day.
Enjoy tonight.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Once again.
Nuno there live for you.
Thank you, sir.
Here at the City Ground. You've got to wait for your cup of tea. We've got a few more minutes to do, OK?
Actually, I don't want it.
Pastel del Nata, a little Portuguese cake, that's what you need to take in, and he'll be pouring it, no problem. Yeah. Where can they go from here, Forest? I mean, we think fifth might be enough. That's a 6-point buffer now for them in that position.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be bare minimum now. I mean, they are thinking
would it be a
disappointment
if they're in the Europa League now?
Absolutely. If you'd said that before the season, they would have laughed
at you. It's a crazy question.
However, you've got to realign your thoughts, realign your dreams and ambitions. And now they've got a little buffer between themselves and fourth now, between themselves and Manchester City. Their running isn't too hard either, Steve.
No, I think
a lot of teams they're playing.
8 of the last 10 are teams in the bottom half.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't tell me now that they will be pleased just to come 5th or 6th. They'll be thinking, we can finish second, we can finish third here. With the running that they've got, absolutely they can. and they will deserve it based on what we've seen so far this season. There's no fluke about where they are in the league.
To have, doesn't it, that Forest would be disappointed from here to finish 5th.
Yeah, this is not September, October time, Steve. This is now with 10 games left in the season. That buffer that Michael talks about is vast at this stage of the season. And if you tell me that 5 teams go into the Champions League, that would be a massive disappointment from here.
Some story.
It's an amazing story, and I think watching them and hearing the fans, the way they've been playing all season, I think is something they deserve. And right now for them, the sky's the limits. They're 3 points off Arsenal with most probably a better run in towards the end of the season. You never know what could happen. They might be the team that finishes second, and Arsenal might be the team that finishes third.
In the City ground, does that just show how much this win means to these fans?
Yeah, 100%. I think throughout the game you can see how much energetic we was. We fought for every battle, every ball, and I'm happy we got the win for them. Look at the crowd, it's amazing. They give us this energy every single game, so we appreciate it and we try and do the best we can every game for them.
Your goal, your 5th Premier League goal of the season, turns out to be the winner. We're going to show it to you now, because in this battle to achieve Champions League football, how important, how big is that goal, Callum?
Yeah, I think it's important, of course. I think every game that we play in is very difficult, and we know to the last games of the season, we're going to have to fight for every single game, you know what I mean? So I'm absolutely buzzing with the goal. I'm happy for the team at the end of the day. It's not just me, it's the whole team's performance. We worked hard and we deserved it, so we're buzzing for the win, and I hope we can enjoy it now, but we have to recover and go again next week.
That's got to be one of the passes of the season from Morgan Gibbs White.
100%. Every time I tell him, just look for me, look for me, look for me, and he found me. So he knows he's got that quality, he's a special player, so I'm happy for the pass, and I said, buzzing with the win.
Before you scored that goal, you came close as well. I saw you bust a gut down the line to keep the ball in the build-up, but Edison saves it and it goes onto the post.
Yeah, definitely a good save. Obviously, as I said for myself, it was a shot that I thought went in, and I see him put a hand to it and he hit the post, so unfortunate, but I knew I'd get another chance, and I said this one went in, so I'm buzzing.
That's the thing, now you are so close. It must feel like you're getting so much closer with every point you take, every win you get, to achieving European football for the first time since 1995.
Yeah, definitely. We know the position we're in, but as I said, every game's important. We've got to make sure that we fight every game and keep getting points on the board. And as I said, today was another important game that we got the 3 points. So I said it's now time to recover, enjoy the moment, and then go again next week.
This atmosphere in here is something else. You've got 5 more home games in the Premier League to go. How important are these fans going to be in getting you over the line?
They give us, as I said to you, they give us energy every single game, and we believe in them and they believe in us. So at the end of the day, we've got to keep performing as much as we can for them. And as I said, it's a brilliant day for us, so we're going to keep going, and hopefully many more games like this here as well.
Callum, well done. You're today's player of the match. Congratulations. Well done.
Alongside me pitchside, and we're delighted to say Ola Aina is with us. Well, good to see you, Ola. How big does that win feel in that race for Champions League?
It's massive for us. Obviously, we knew City were hot on our tails, and we needed to get a result here, and thankfully we did, so it was a massive result.
You spoke about that battle with Doku in the reverse fixture. You said you didn't want to give you nightmares.
Yeah.
How did you see that battle today?
It's still tough, He's very direct. He's a tricky player. I was telling him on the pitch as well. I was like, he needs to chill, man. You get me, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's a tough opponent, and it's one that I like to come up against and test myself, and I'm sure he likes to test himself against me.
So how did you prepare different? Obviously, you've stated that he was the toughest opponent you faced.
Yeah.
So how did you prepare different further to the Etihad leg?
I got more sleep. That's one of them. I got more sleep. But you know what it is? I prepare the same. I'm the type of person that I give my best, and whatever happens. So. Yeah, it was nice. A good one today.
What a performance! Oh my gosh, I wanted to get it just for that. Defensively, 1v1, pushing him the other. What you said before the game, tough game against him. You had to perform against the best teams. Yeah. How do you feel after that, man? I'm repeating the question.
Yeah, you repeated. Get down quicker, Rio.
Unreal. So you must be happy with that, though.
I am, man. It was tough. Like I said to the guys here, it's one that I like to relish, and I look forward to. He got the better of me sometimes. I got the better of him, so. It was a good one.
And what about that goal from Callum? But firstly, how good is that ball from Morgan?
I can't even remember it. I was
He's worried about Doku. That's all he's thinking.
I'm saying I was blowing. Like I got the tackle here. Look at me.
Bang.
Blowing. But
you're out of position.
Yeah, I was even walking back, but that's a good ball, you know. And yeah, Callum does what he does best. Oh, sir, does what he does best, and
it's a great. Once he got this ball, you just knew it was going there. Well, look, bang.
Yeah, it's a great ball, man. It's a great
Gets
ball.
in 1v1.
As strong as Doku is, Callum is equally a strong 1v1.
You know what I mean? And I was expecting him to come on the inside, but he done the outside, done him.
What's that do for you guys going forward now? This place, you can see it's like a carnival atmosphere after the game. What does that do for you?
Look at this joke, man.
Bro, what's going on, bro?
You want to get involved? Get involved then.
Come and get involved.
Come and stand there.
Yeah.
Just loaded over there.
Match you now.
Yeah,
try to take my mic. Sorry.
Right. Question, what you got?
How many eggs are you eating tonight? None. sorry. But Callum, look, can we get that on the screen again? Is it possible?
Yeah, let's
talk us through the goal. Once the ball comes to Morgan's White, gets it out White, gives White, gets it to you. What are you thinking right now as you touch that ball?
I think just myself to be positive. I think obviously you see the opportunity for a 1v1. You just got to get at him and just make sure that you get your shot off. I told Woody I saw him in the box as well, so before he tried to get angry, I saw him in the box, but I thought to myself, it's a one-on-one opportunity. I'm in acres of space, let me just get at him and get my shot off.
When did you make up your mind to go outside? Because I was thinking you're going inside, so you would have done him.
He's going inside, you know.
No, I was going to go inside, but I see Guardiola backing off a lot, so I said to myself, as soon as he changed position, I was like, cool, I've got the opportunity to go on my stronger foot and get the shot off, which, as I said, it kind of outside the keeper's vision, so yeah, that's why I went outside and got the shot off.
I asked Scholar before the game, does he feel like he's playing his best football? This is the best I've seen him playing. This is up there with the best that I've seen you play, consistency-wise as well. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. I think for myself, it's just every game I'm going in, I'm confident. I think that's what the most important is for me. I think at times, there was times where I was just not being myself and not being confident, but I feel like I've been getting that confidence back game in, game out, and as I said, the opportunity keeps coming where we've got to just keep doing that on a consistent basis, which is the most important. So.
And does that confidence come from you guys, or is the manager installing that in you in your game?
Sir, thank you. I think it's both. I think in ourselves we know that we've got the ability to do it, but it's just making sure that we're doing it on a consistent basis. And I think we drive ourselves every day. As I said, like me and him always talk every day about how we're doing, how things are going, what can we improve and what we can't improve on. So, end of the day, there's so much to improve on as myself individually, and as I said, as a team. So the manager gives us so much belief, and we're going to keep using that every day.
Is that excitement starting to creep in though about the Champions League?
Have you seen the Snapchat
Are you not even letting?
Jesus!
Don't even watch them. Nah, listen. I think we just got to stay humble. No matter what it is, like we know the position we're in, but there's still a lot of games to go into the end of the season. So it's about staying humble, driving ourselves, and as I said, trying to get as much points on the board as possible.
Stay humble. Someone said that earlier in the season, isn't it? Stay humble.
I don't know. I heard Kendrick say it.
But you know what? You know that what we've seen in change room, all you guys on social media, the laughs, the vibrant atmosphere that you guys are creating, is that on all the time? Is that genuine? Is that genuinely like whenever someone will see this, these vibes the guys have got? It's not just on the camera; it's off the camera too.
All the time. It's 24/7. And to be fair, I think a group like ours, we need it. You know, it keeps the positivity. You know, whether we get results or we don't, you know, it keeps the positive mindset in and around the training ground and in the team. So yeah, it's 24/7, and you know, him, myself, we make sure that it's always high.
And Joe Cole and Peter Crouch saw that themselves as well. They came training with you guys this week. What was it like having them there?
Yeah, I don't know. They played head tennis with them.
Nah, it was amazing. It was amazing. I think having two legends like them coming, I knew the Snapchat was coming. I knew it.
I wore them boots today, you know. Yeah, man. Get me.
Nah, I think obviously it's inspirational for everybody to see players like that coming in, obviously giving advice to the players and having fun with us. So I said it's good, but as I said, for us, we know that at the end of the day, it's always back to work.
Just you on a personal note, well, both of you, are you looking like, well, you're not you, England?
I knew that question was covered. I think for myself, I just take game by game. I think no matter what decision happens, if I get picked, if I don't, I just got to make sure I keep remaining and doing what I'm doing on a consistent basis, and then that will come, do you know what I mean? So for myself, just taking game by game, and hopefully you never know what happens.
Oh, cool, he's on the right track, man, he's on the right track.
Definitely. What do you think of his interview skills?
He's the funniest.
He did all right.
I'm surprised he didn't have his Ribena though.
Do you know what they told me?
They didn't like to ring it.
Don't bring it on camera. I said, I have to back you.
No, you want sponsorship first, and then bring it on.
There's other black common drinks available.
Guys, thank you both very much.
Thank you very much
so much. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
lovely
you so
to see
much.
you.
Thank you very
well
much.
done.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Oh,
I'd love that energy, man. I love the
such
energy.
good spirits, great energy here. A big win for Forest today here against Manchester City.